Nanatsu no Taizai, Wrath of the Gods. I watched episode 1, we're going to be talking about, is the anime doomed? And will I be jumping ship to the SS Kimetsu no Yaiba? Find out right now. So after episode 1, there's pretty much two sides you can be on. One side shitting on the animation in Studio Deen, and the other of those who are remaining optimistic.
I'm really enjoying the show.
Because they haven't really shown us anything yet. I'm going to break this down in today's video, but real quick, I know it doesn't have anything to do with the series, and it's incredibly subjective, but that new OP though. Man with Emissions OP and Howling are both epic. I mean, the Grand Rodeo and Flow collaborations are freaking iconic, but regardless, this is probably my favorite OP for the series. But anyway, season 3 has people feeling some type of way. I still don't know if this is going to be the Sins anime we really want, but I'm giving Studio Deen the benefit of the doubt right now due to the nature of this first episode. This episode has a big focus on anime continuity, with it being a new studio adapting the series. The episode is literally mostly recap, but they do spend a good bit of time fixing a potential issue with the anime continuity that A1 Pictures created. While all the major events are the same, A1 Pictures did the setup for the Armored Giant arc way different for the anime. I actually prefer the anime version of this arc, to be honest. But other than that, for the most part, the anime is very accurate to the manga. It doesn't really add a lot of fluff with anime only scenes. The only one that comes to mind is that closer to season 1, which was a cool and nice sign off. And the Sides of the Holy War was just a 4-episode special Nakaba did the story for, even though it felt like generic anime filler. I love A1 Pictures and I'm not bashing this, but they took liberties with the canon material in the Armored Giant arc. The manga later on calls back to that aforementioned arc, in an arc that Deen has to adapt in this season's anime, thus creating a continuity issue with anime only watchers. I'll get to that, but first I'm going to touch on the episode. So Wrath of the Gods starts off with a straight anime filler scene. Yeah, it's fun to shit on filler that's just fucking toxic, but I don't really shit on filler as a whole. And for a good bit of filler content and manga franchise movies, I'd go as far to say it's cool they exist. And with that said, episode 1 is basically filler. To be more specific, it's a moment in the manga stretched out to a full episode with filler and recap. It's been changed and is now not going to be in the anime, so I can basically talk about it without any spoilers. So in the manga, the Sins are on a mission to the walled city of Corin, with the intent that they'll be able to infiltrate Camelot and take it from Zeldris. At the beginning of the arc, there's a moment where they stop and save this kid named Perio. He's in the manga version of the Armored Giant arc. A1 Pictures didn't fit him in because who the hell cares? So Deen is like,
Look here! Look, listen!
Fuck the flow, fuck the order of events in the manga, fuck the Mead fanboys. And that's how Perio got his anime debut. Also, they changed his dad from the manga because he slapped the piss out that poor boy. Or maybe some point in the anime timeline social services got involved, I don't know. Another thing is what may work for the first page of a manga won't necessarily work for the first scene of an anime. We're talking about very different mediums. I mean, really, the memories of the Holy War, we can't hook people with the giant and the fairy. They're side characters. But you know who people love? Meliodas and Bon. Also, Estarossa has to get fit in for like 5 seconds. I am happy that Studio Deen is sort of taking liberties with its own adaptation of the Sins. Anime only watchers naturally wouldn't remember Perio, so adapting that scene might be confusing for some people who haven't read the series. It makes sense for everyone this way, and in terms of the animation, this episode of course didn't win me over. I hope they were saving budget because it was just a recap episode, but I am impressed that they wanted to include a moment that few people would notice if they had skipped completely. So it seems like they might care about this series. But I just really hope these later episodes with actually important scenes have more expressive animation. I really don't mind the new art, but yeah, there's some awesome fights coming and they gotta look good. So yeah, that's just a quick video telling you what I think so far. Put any thoughts in the comment section below. I thank you very much for watching. All praise to Sun, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.
Only roll with in the fast lane. Find me all on my own and you got involved like you wanna crash me. Got me back and reset it for that, I'm indebted for you.